Hey there, everyone. I'm Marc Alcubé, the host of Expat Expert podcast. This video is extracted of a longer interview that I had with Abigail Paul, a stand-up comedian from the United States who moved to Germany more than 20 years ago, and her experience on how to do comedy in Europe.
I started doing stand-up comedy because it also was easy to do solo things. It also probably affected the fact that doing improv classes was not a possibility anymore with the theater play and everything. Mm-hmm. So it was not really a conscious decision of like, I like this stand-up comedian so much that I'm pursuing doing something in that way.
I think it's a little combination of both. I've taken a lot of professional training in Chicago at the Second City, and so I did 2 intensive courses in stand-up comedy in Second City, and that helps you with like getting a baseline for like how to write a joke and how to recognize jokes and things like that. So that was kind of the starting place. And then I started dabbling, and I was still very much doing other things. But like I said, I just realized that if I really wanted to do stand-up, it was going to take everything to do it. You can't do it halfway, in my opinion. I mean, you absolutely can, if it's a pleasure for you to do it. But I just kind of knew that I wanted to do it to a certain level. And to do it to a certain level, it's going to take like intense focus and concentration, extreme self-criticism and self-awareness. You're going to have to be like, you know, hit the mic. You have to really be willing to criticize yourself, to take criticism, to fail so badly. But I feel like improv was great for that, because I had that mentality of every time I fail, I'm just getting further in what I really want to do, you know? And I feel like some people, if they don't have a performance or in particularly improv background, you come up to the stage and you bomb. I remember famously not doing that well at like a particular open mic. And Ava said to me, she was like, it was great because you just kept talking. And I was like, yeah. Everyone wants to know what I have to say, don't they? So I didn't ever have this mentality like my failure was a terrible thing. I knew that it was not as good as it needed to be, but no one starts out in anything as good as they're going to get, right? So the exciting thing is drilling down and getting better and making improvements and developing. And I think that's what we want to do with our lives. So I found like this was really exciting in a way that other things weren't exciting to me. And it was special because what I love and dislike about improv is that it is an ensemble. So you're only playing to the level of the people around you, and you can't entirely control the situations. I love to control situations. So with stand-up, it's really your success or for failure out there. You know what I mean? It's everything you did to get there and everything you didn't do. And that's it. There's no one else to blame. It's all on you.
But at the end, it shows also that you are able to handle the pressure of it, like somehow. I remember in Helsinki, I literally drop a mic and run through the door in the third open mic that we were there because I panic attack in the middle of the stage.
I
run away. So yeah, I think there is stand-up comedians that are able to handle this pressure of like, okay, it's not working too much, but I continue talking and something will pop up into that. And then there is other people like me that if we blog and we have something very structured that we wanted to do and it's not really working, then you are not able to. And this comes with experience.
It comes with experience, but I also think improv is so great for that. So I recommend improv for basically everyone to have some life skills. But like you learn that that moment that things didn't go to plan is just an opportunity to shift. Now I will say, like marrying my improv brain to my stand-up brain is also only coming now-ish. It's very hard to have both those skill sets going at the same time, where you're extremely loose and flowy and also extremely structured. That is super hard. So I still feel like that's the goal every time I go out, but it doesn't always happen. But I think that it's like anything, it's experience. You panic the 3rd time, but by the 10th time or 15th time, you won't panic anymore because it's like, you know, par for the course. That's how it goes. It's fine.
So at the end, it's for you, it's this combination of like, you really prepare your stand-up in the shows, of course, but even the open mics, you structure that?
Yeah. There are 1,000 note cards in my house everywhere. I have, I have a process where I keep notes in Evernote, and then I put them on cards, and then I transfer the cards into a script for a piece, you know, and then I try to use I use titles to make sure that I have like my set list. So I'm very, very structured in how I approach everything. Doesn't work for everybody. A lot of stand-ups have the luxury. I can't go out every night. You know, I don't have the ability to go out on stage every night. So I work a lot at home to create what I want so that when I go out on stage, it's what I want to say, because, you know.
So at the end, you have like your work. I wanted to ask about the process itself, because you write like what it could be a joke or a punch and whatever, and that you try to fit it in some kind of blog afterwards.
So
category or
my actual process would be like, I have a thought that's kind of funny, right? Like my thought on my way here was somebody stopped for me to cross the street, and that wouldn't happen in Frankfurt. If I was illegally trying to cross the street, I would get honked at and they would hate me. And so I thought to myself, oh, I kind of like the sexism here. It's nice. Now, it might not have been sexism. It could have just been that's how things go here. But I thought that's a funny joke.
If you liked this short video out of the full episode, you can find the link to it around here and in the description below. Of course, if you are also interested in checking out other episodes, please subscribe and like.